WMMA Fighters. I have Mitzi Merry on with me tonight. How you doing, Mitzi?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We are doing great here. Thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. This is a really great opportunity for me to talk to you, and you have a fight in just a few days.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. Ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, Invicta 32. This one's in Oklahoma, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. First time in Oklahoma.
And when are you traveling for that?
Tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow?
And I'm from Woodward, Oklahoma, so
Oh,
it's
cool.
just about a 2.5 hour drive, and so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. So you got the home field advantage here.
Oh, yeah.
Now, how's the weight cut going?
Really good. I've got about 5 more pounds to shed, and I'm good to go. I've done really good this camp. Usually, well, my last two fights, I lost about 40 pounds within 8 week period.
Oh, wow.
So this one is 25 pounds and feeling really good. Much healthier, a lot stronger. So feeling really good about this one.
Perfect. That's great to hear. So, yeah, anytime of the weight loss portion of it goes smooth, that's a great thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you are actually kicking off the card, right?
Yes, I am. I am the first fight.
Yeah, I mean, the Invicta cards are always a great time, and as many as I've watched, the first fight of the night can really set the tone. So is that what's on your mind, or are you just going out there and focusing on doing your thing?
Well, a little bit of both. I mean, I'm really excited to really showcase what I'm capable of doing. Within my last couple fights, I was really weak, and every fight I've gone in, I've been sick. So this time, I'm ready to just give it all I got. And it's a big stage to fight for Invicta. I mean, all women's card, and I've got other teammates fighting, so I really want to just prove myself and really give it what I got.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Invicta's just, I mean, just awesome in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like every time there's an Invicta card, I'm always sitting here saying, "Oh, this one's the best one ever. This one's the best one ever."
Yeah, yeah.
So
They just keep getting better.
yeah, it's crazy. And then they announced the 33 card about a week or two ago, and it's just like, my God, I don't. What I love most is Invicta's all about matchups, and
Right.
as a fan and a spectator, the matchup, in my opinion, is the most important. And I really like your matchup with Chelsea Chandler.
Oh, yeah.
Now, from what I've seen from her, she tends to be, or from what I know, just observation, a grappler.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
are you more grappling or striking?
I well, I kind of want to do a little bit of both.
Hmm.
I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu under Rafael Lovato Sr.
Nice.
And yes, yes. So getting to train with him has really sharpened my skills. Now I've had about 10 years of jiu-jitsu underneath my belt, and I don't really showcase all that stuff. But I've also had stand-up for about 10 years. With my last fight, I went against a wrestler, so I wasn't really preoccupied with wanting to stand there and outstrike her because always having to worry about the takedown. But with Chelsea, I'd love to just keep it standing. That would be great. I really enjoy a battle in there, and even if it goes to the ground, that'll be good. I feel comfortable any place in the cage, stand up or ground.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of just looking forward to see where it goes, because I mean, who knows? It could just be stand up, but I think she's got a girl named Morgan Drew, and she's number 1 in Oklahoma, and I think ranked number 10 in the nation, and she's a Golden Glove boxing champion. So, and then training with Julia Vila. She's fighting on the card as well.
Yes.
And Stephanie Geltmacher, she's fighting too as well. And then Christina Warhorse Williams, been training with her, and Sarah Alpar. So just like having that arsenal of those girls, they are just gifted in all different aspects of martial. Really, it's really exciting to see where this fight's going to take.
Right, definitely. Yeah, there's some serious names.
Yeah.
So what's really cool is you are 2-0 as a pro, and
yeah.
both of your fights are by submission, that you have won
yeah.
those. Is that by design? I mean, are you definitely really, like you said, I think you're really well-rounded. You have, a really great game, top to bottom. So are you looking for the opportunity, or are you making it happen, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in there and try to make it happen. But if the sub's there, you got to go for it, right? I mean, it's about winning the fight. But I don't know. I'm just kind of excited about this fight, and I'm kind of like, wherever it takes me, it takes me. So I'm not going to necessarily submission hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually what she does. I mean, from her last fight watching, she seems like a sub hunter. So I'm just kind of let it go where it takes us, and just I want to dominate.
Definitely.
So,
definitely. Yeah, I think it's a really good matchup, and you're right. I think that's a very fair assessment about Chandler being kind of a submission hunter. She definitely did that in her Invicta debut. So, and speaking of, this is your first Invicta fight.
Yes.
And you are on with some legends. You got, like you mentioned, Julia Avila, Alexa Connors, Ashley Cummins, Pam Sorensen. So how does it feel to be a part of such a huge card, and they're getting that featherweight division moving again with that title fight?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, it's very empowering to get to step in the cage with so many talented women,
mm-hmm.
and it's women. We get to dominate this time, and it's not, okay, a couple girls on the card, and then you kind of don't get to outshine the men. So with this, being an all-female card is just, it's amazing. And I'll be honest, I've been wanting to fight for Invicta since they first began.
Right.
I was always in the thought of, hey, if somebody drops out, just let me know. I would step in. Just to have that opportunity, and it's a really good energy. I believe that whenever we get out there and all of us girls are together, we're just gonna bring that energy and the excitement. Because I've got to be honest, the women bring the excitement out. We can definitely throw down, and
mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah,
I just cannot wait.
Yeah, that's no lie there. I mean, there's a ton of reasons why, I prefer covering this, and that is one of the reasons. The fights are always good. The matchups are really exciting, always, especially in Invicta, and it's just different, and it's different in a good way. And what's funny is you don't have the drama.
Oh, I know. You would think.
Right,
you think there'd be drama because it's women, but no, I don't see that.
No.
Yeah.
No, and it's so fun to watch, and it's beyond. What's cool now is it's beyond, hey, we got something to prove. I mean, it's already been proven. I think that mindset is gone now. It's, hey, we're fighting, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to do, and that's what I love so much about it. And just the matchups are just crucial, in my opinion. It's beyond who can talk the most trash. It should be.
I agree.
Two best fighters at this particular moment in time going, especially when you're talking about a title. Now, with this Invicta coming up this weekend, I think Sorensen and Spencer is about as good as you can get for a vacant title fight. So just a really great card. And kicking it off, I mean, I couldn't imagine how cool that would be. So, good luck to you this weekend. I'm sure it's going to be a pretty good showing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and I do believe I have quite a bit of my friends, family, a lot of my hometown people coming out there to support me, and then people from all over. I used to live in Stillwater, went to college there, so I know I have a lot of friends that will be out there supporting. So I'm really excited. I just cannot wait. And, be in Oklahoma for the first time and be in Oklahoma, it's pretty exciting. We got to represent Oklahoma and dominate. So I'm hoping all three of us ladies just really bring the heat, and we put on the best performances we could ever put on. So that's what I'm praying for. And
yeah.
I know that I have no doubt about it. My teammates are definitely going to showcase their skills, and they, like I said, they are very talented women and have really helped me out here, and I'm blessed to be able to do this. I truly believe I am. So.
Well, definitely, and you've earned this spot. So I was going to ask, it sounds like you have a really good support system.
Yes, and I did just sign with TKO Combat Sports Management, and they've been wonderful to me.
Well, congratulations
opened up their
that.
doors just to train with their girls, and I kind of prove myself to them, and I'm just really happy getting to do that. But yeah, my support system is great. I've got my friends, my family, my teammates. I got everyone behind me, and I've got to make everyone proud and make my daughter proud and make myself proud.
Yeah, definitely. So what does your daughter think about you doing this?
Well, she likes it sometimes, but then the late night training she doesn't like so much. But
right.
I'm a single mom, and so that kind of takes a toll on her. But she's so used to always having mommy around and all the attention that right now she's kind of struggling with that to understand it. But she's about to be 6, so she's not quite to the age of understanding. But it's all right. She does love the fact that I fight, and she wants to be there. But I'll be honest, having baby there kind of. I don't want to go into mommy mode if I hear her voice over everyone's, because I can. It happens. So,
definitely.
Yeah. So I told her the next fight she'll definitely get to be there. I'll let her come to the next fight, but this one I really got to focus. So, yeah, she's sad, but she understands that.
Yeah. Now, does she show any interest in wanting to get into this?
Well, she always puts on the gloves and starts hitting me, so I want to say yes.
That's awesome.
But she's a little goofball, and she does jiu-jitsu. I teach at my gym. We have our Little Ninjas program, our 3- and 4-year-old program, and then we have our Warriors and our Spartans all the way up to our teens. And I help teach in all of those classes. So she's been doing it for the last 2 years, and she seems to really like it, but she's not quite to the point of this is serious, and she just wants to dominate. She's not quite there yet, but maybe in the next couple of years she'll find that edge.
That's great.
But,
I love hearing you talk about her, because you sound so excited. So that's wonderful. And you single moms that are fighters are just badasses, because the commitment is ridiculous. It truly is. It's hard enough, to do this. So to do it in this situation is just a miracle, really. So yeah, definitely really cool to hear that. So kind of with that, I mean, what got you into the sport, and did you do any sports growing up?
Oh, well, yeah, actually, I did fast pitch softball. I threw shot and disc and ran track, played basketball. But in college, I played rugby. for Oklahoma State University. So that was kind of the point of when I was like, I want to branch out and try new things, you know, not like the normal cookie cutter sports you do in school. So I tried rugby because they didn't have that when I was growing up. I'm in a small town, Woodward. We don't have we don't have too much going on here. But at OSU, they had rugby. My first semester, I played that, and then the second semester, 2007. I was like, rugby's just not enough. So I decided to learn how to do kickboxing, and that's when this all started. I started about 2 weeks in. They asked me if I would like to join the advanced classes with the men, and that was with the jiu-jitsu and MMA, so it wasn't just kickboxing. So I was like, yeah, why not? No big deal. This is great. I'm loving it. And then about a month later, I guess they saw the potential in me, and they're like, would you ever be interested in stepping in the cage? And I was like, heck yeah, you know, you only live once, and why not? What am I risking by doing that? Nothing, you know. So I trained a little bit longer. I went through about 5 different potential fights. All the girls dropped out till I finally got to have my first fight, and that was in Lafayette, Louisiana, in the end of November 2008. Yeah, so try to make sure I get the dates right.
No,
it's been a long time. Yeah, but that was when I had my first fight, and I just fell in love. I mean, I was in love with it just by training, and, you know, just always, all I had was guys to train with, and they didn't take it easy on you. And I had some OSU wrestlers in there that kind of helped me out, and I just fell in love, and I just kind of from there wanted to just grow and get better. But at the same time, I had a lot of health issues that kind of sidelined me. I had my gallbladder issues, had to get that removed, quit working on me. Then had a couple injuries. Then I started training back again with Mikey Burnett. He was, I think he fought in the UFC, was on the Ultimate Fighter. Trained with him at a Broken Arrow for a little bit, and then I got pregnant, which sidelined me again. And then from my pregnancy, I actually had nerve damage, so it causes me to have pancreatitis flare-ups from the nerve damage. So once we figured that out, and it took about 3 years before they found out, oh, this is what's wrong with you. So I did about 8 different procedures just trying to figure this out over the stint of 3 years. But once we did, we got it handled and got it back under control. I started getting healthy again, and that's when I was like, I'm going to make a run for it. You know, I've got it. This is where my heart's at. Mm-hmm. I love fighting, and when I couldn't do it, I just felt lost and kind of broken. You know, I didn't have what I felt like I needed. And then once I finally got back to it, it was like, yes, I'm where I belong. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm meant to do this. And, you know, God has definitely made sure I've been able to do this, and made sure to clear my path from all the hiccups that have been in it before. So now I'm able to give it my focus and give it my heart, which is honestly, it's been so good to be able to do that, because it's hard when you have to hold everything in and you're unable to do the one thing that makes you feel, you know, feel the best.
Right.
So yeah, now being back at it, it's a great feeling. Mm-hmm. It is. And yeah, I'm just very happy, and I feel very blessed to be able to do it now.
That is terrific to hear. So I'm very glad too that you're able to do this and be so excited about it. You know, it's got to be such a great feeling to be able to do something that you truly do love.
It is. I mean, a lot of people, I think, waste their life not being able to find that. You know, they kind of live a lost life because they're searching for something that they just can't fill that void. And I mean, honestly, for me, it's God, my daughter, and fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where my void is filled. So I think for people that can't find it, I mean, whatever it is in their life, it doesn't have to be fighting. I just mean they spend a lot of time wasted, you know, not being able to find that love, that passion.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of it is, you know, not answering the call, right? And you definitely did that. And, you know, look where you are now, and, you know, look where you're going to be in a couple days. And then from then, you know, there's no telling. So it's a really exciting time for you. And like I said, I just can't get over the passion, and it's great to hear it in your voice. It's great to hear how excited you are about it, and you know, that's a great thing, and that's the kind of stuff that I hope is what people latch on to. And like you said too, you know, hey, not everybody has to go out and do this, right? But you know, when the calling comes, don't ignore it.
Right. And I mean, I could have said, no, I'm not ready for this fight.
Exactly.
You know, I had to drop out of, I was supposed to fight for freestyle cage fighting. And a little incident happened at work where I sliced my foot. Ooh. And I had to get 16 stitches.
Wow.
And about an inch on each end with the glue sutures. So it was about from my toe to my heel. Sliced my foot, and I was not able to fight. And actually, Dorothy Faz of Freestyle Cage Fighting I owe her a huge thank you, because she is the reason why I am on this card. And
wow.
I feel so thankful that she felt so bad. You know, dang it, we wanted to see you fight. Well, you know, here, maybe if your foot's healed up, try to get you on this card. And I'm just blown away that's where her heart is. She wants the best for everyone, and I owe her a big thank you for doing this for me. And I appreciate her so much, and her love of women's MMA and just wanting to see us all succeed. I really am thankful to have someone like that looking out for me, you know.
Yeah, that's so cool. That is really cool. I love that. And that is one of the many things I love about the sport of MMA, because the community is amazing, and the community that actually does it, for the most part. I don't really mean the fans, because sometimes
right.
just totally miss the boat.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Those people who they invest their time, their energy into either a fighter or just martial arts, period, there's a lot of love in it. Like, people don't realize it, and like you said, the fans can kind of miss that. That's why I hate it when people boo, because they don't know how long that person was training, or both the fighters, and they don't know even the cornermen who have put in their blood, sweat, and tears into their fighters. It's just there's a level of respect, I believe, that comes with this sport, and I think some people miss it, some people don't, but I think that with martial arts, you learn that respect and that honor. And with, you know, just fighters, that I usually differentiate between fighters and martial artists. You know, fighter will just go out there and brawl. You know, right. They don't have their heart in this, whereas martial artist does. And I see that as difference in fighters all the time, where I know somebody has their heart and their soul into this. And then I see the other people who are just, I just fight to fight, you know. But that's definitely not me. I'm a martial artist. I put my heart and soul into this, and I hope I can show that to the world.
Yeah, definitely. You will. You will. Um, no doubt. Um, so, with all that said, um,
Sorry.
no. I didn't mean that. I love that because so here's what's funny. So I love doing this because I love talking to fighters, and I can talk a lot, but it's better when I'm not talking. So
Yeah, yeah.
this is exactly what I look for, and I know people who listen, this is what they look for too,
Right.
which I don't blame them. So, uh, what I so kind of like, what are some things you like to do on your spare time, which you probably don't have a lot of, but what are some things you like to do, and what would be a perfect weekend for you?
Oh man. Well, I mean, I love to be out in nature. I love it. Maybe not right now because it's snowing in Woodward.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pass on the cold, but I love the heat. Now, I really do like to be out in nature, go hiking, just really take in everything that I see in nature, and that's very serene for me, and I find peace in that. I like doing that. I like to be able to. I was an artist. I went to college for art, for studio art.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy drawing. And painting. She's a lot of time, but when I can, and I'm not devoted, it all to my daughter and what she wants to do, then yeah, I do enjoy being out in nature and just kind of finding that one-on-one time with nature, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Um, so now, are you a fan of MMA? I mean, do you tune in and watch?
Of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you say that because that is literally a 50-50. I asked that question. Some fighters are just like, nope. I do my thing. I train. I'll watch friends, teammates, whatever, and that's it. So that's why I ask. So now, are there some fighters that you just have to see every time?
Well, of course, Conor McGregor and Khabib.
Right.
Those boys, oh my gosh, I love watching them fight. I love watching Holly Holm fight.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of my favorite. And just her talent is remarkable. I definitely like Alexander Gustafsson.
Mm-hmm.
He is probably one of my favorites, which is kind of funny because I was given my nickname the Mauler before I ever knew he was a fighter.
That's awesome.
And he became my favorite fighter. But
awesome.
yeah, I think it's just funny, but yeah, I was given my nickname back in college and before, right when I started fighting. So it's just kind of funny. He's definitely one of my favorite to watch. So I'm excited to watch him and John Jones fight again. So that one I'm really looking forward to. I liked watching Cowboy this last Saturday. That was definitely one to enjoy watching.
Definitely.
But yeah, I don't have a ton of fighters. I just absolutely have to see them fight. But those that I named off are definitely my favorites.
Yeah, that's a solid list. Every one of those are absolute bangers. So
Yeah.
you know what you're gonna get with those.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's sometimes that's a good thing in this game because you don't really know what you're going to get, but yeah, I mean the sport has grown so much that it's kind of unreal. I never thought I would see it at where it's at right now. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because back when I first started training and fighting, it really, I mean, it's 10 years ago. There was just, I was ranked in the top 30 for the females in the bantamweight division, and I mean that's kind of crazy. There
Right.
just wasn't any female fighters,
Hmm.
and so it's wonderful to see how women's MMA has just taken off, and
Oh, it's
then the
amazing.
respect it's gained, because it's like, oh, this is just cockfighting. No, it's not. There, we are two opponents that we sign a mutual agreement to go in there and showcase our skills, our talents. Yes, it's going to be bloody, like that's
Right.
guaranteed. It's violent, but we're just it's no different to me. Like it's no different than football. It's very violent. Like they're just wearing pads, and it's a team. This is all on you. There's no team in this. I mean, other than you've got your team behind you, but when it comes down to it, it's all you in that cage, nobody else. And I think that's what I love about that. I can't blame anyone if for a loss, and I can't blame anyone for a win. It's all on me. So that's what I really love about it, and it is definitely gained a following,
Yeah,
and
for
I
sure.
love that it's grown into what it is today. So, and even my family, like they didn't really, my mom was not for fighting, but now she likes it a lot. I don't know if it's just because of me, but or she's like, ooh, they hit hard, or like she finally realized that she likes it.
That's
But
awesome.
definitely people who didn't like it 10 years ago, I think they look at it now in more of a manner of respect, because it's not just two guys just brawling. It's There's definitely skill and talent that you can't deny the respect that it deserves. You just can't. But that's me. That's my opinion, anyways. I don't know how everyone else feels.
No, I agree. I think it's great, and like you said, the women's has come so far, and I think it came far because it was focused on the matchups, it was focused on the opportunities, and it was one of those things that, like you said, everything's the same, right? You sign the agreement, you train, you fight, everything's the same. And it just it became a normal thing so quickly that I think that's what helped. And when the trolls came out from under their bridges and were loud and obnoxious, um,
Yeah.
they just ignored it and fought and earned it. So it's amazing to see. It truly is. And I think some of the best fighters right now are in the women's divisions all across the board. So people who don't give it the time of day are missing out on a lot of great action.
Right, and I couldn't agree with you more. And definitely the women. Yeah, there are definitely some talented women out there,
Hmm.
especially like Rose Namajunas. I forgot to put her out there. Yeah, she's one of my favorites to watch. She
Yeah.
definitely is. Uh,
Yeah, that left hook is just frightening.
oh yes, and I love it. Just her movement, her flow. It's kind of like it's like watching ballet, but it's not.
Hmm.
It's very violent ballet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with some head kicks in there.
Exactly. I love it. Yeah, and that's it's just it's different, and it's kind of funny how it has evolved into this thing, and I've gotten so many people to, because I tune into all the Invicta cards and all these things, and I tend to have people over, and they're like, what is this all about? And I'm just like, just watch, you know, just
Yeah.
watch, because I can sit here and explain it to you all day long, but just watch and let me know what you think. And just about every person is just into it. And
Right.
one thing I noticed was Invicta 31. was one of the most intense MMA cards ever. Like, not just Invicta. I mean, it was. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat through that card. So, and then I saw the lineup for this one this weekend, and I'm just blown away.
Yeah, this one I'm really excited because it's not just my fight that I'm excited about. I'm excited to watch the rest of the women fight because, I mean, I'm a huge fan of of women's MMA. So it's like, oh, I love this because the first time I saw it was advertised, I was at the HDMA or HDMMA, I'm sorry, fights where Julia Vila was fighting. She was the main event, and that's when they advertised for it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, Invicta's coming to Oklahoma, you know, fangirl moment, you know, you're like, yay, I've got to go watch this, I'm going to be there, and then lo and behold, I'm going to be there fighting on it, so it's just awesome. It is.
Definitely. I love that. I love hearing that. So, well, I don't want to keep you too much longer. And, I appreciate your time. And, I cannot wait to see you kicking off this card. It's going to be a great night. And I know you're going to do great. I mean, just hearing it in your voice, your mind and your heart is where it needs to be at this point. You still got a couple more days, but
right.
I feel you are ready, and like I said, just hearing it has been amazing, and you got me pumped up, and I cannot wait to watch you this weekend. So good luck to you. Good luck knocking out this weight cut, and
oh yes,
yeah, we'll be watching Friday, and I did picks earlier, and you were our pick.
Yay!
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, the streak will continue. I mean, Chelsea. I think Chelsea is a good fighter. I just think she still has a lot to learn, and I think that you two are a great matchup and just a killer way to kick off the card. So, real excited, happy for you, and good luck.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Can I give a couple shout-outs to my main sponsors? Okay. I need to say thank you to Canna Health of Oklahoma here in Woodward, CW Ranch and Cattle, Holly Services of Nash, Oklahoma, Northwest Oil and Gas Consultants, that's my dad's business, and Yolanda Mary Redesign Originals, that's my mama's business. So I have to say big thank yous to all of them because without them, this camp would have been hard to make, traveling back and forth from Woodward to Oklahoma City. It definitely is rough, on the gas mileage and everything. So it's definitely been a huge help for me, and just their support means everything to me. And also to those who have helped me out in this training camp, I have so much love for these guys and gals and my coaches that really have put in the time and energy to help me get to where I'm at. So I just have to say thank you to all of them, and I thank you very much for having me on here. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for your time.
All right. Well, you have a good evening, and I'm going to go finish some of this cutting in the gym.
Yes, definitely. Thank you again, and you have a great night, and we'll be watching you this weekend.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right, don't forget to catch Invicta this weekend. That was Mitzi Merry. She's kicking off the card against Chelsea Chandler. Great way to kick it off. It's going to be a great night. We have interviews Wednesday and Thursday, and probably Saturday. Working on one right now. And then we got some more Invicta picks to make, and we'll have another show. I want to start doing on Invicta days, like a pre-Invicta show. Just do 3 keys to victory for each fighter, kind of break them down a little bit, 5 to 15 minutes, and get on to the show and just see how terrible my picks were, as they usually are. But, yeah, we'll be back Wednesday and probably recording tomorrow, making the final Invicta picks. All right, have a good night. Thanks for being here.